Hello everyone and welcome to Skyrise Academy. We are again here in our 5-minute Swift Learning program where we cover the important topics from the perspective of UPSC current affairs. Today we are here to discuss the topic under GS paper 2, that is India and its neighborhood relations, and we are covering the nation of Nepal today. As we all are busy with the news from the border disputes between India and China, the Nepalese parliament has passed a bill amending the constitution of the country to include some areas which fall in the territory of India into its map. And the president of the Nepal has already given consent to the bill today. The new government in the Nepal, which is led by the Communist Party of Nepal, has been staking the nationalism matters into the nation since they have come into the power. And this move by the Communist Party is another road stone in the recently the there was also a dispute between the check post of Nepal and the Bihar border, where the forces at the Nepal border had opened the fire on the common people of India, and one person had died in the firing, others injured. Talking about the constitutional amendment made by the Nepal, they have included the areas of Lipulek, Kalapani, and Limpiadru in its new map as presented in the bill. Why they have done so? Let's understand what was the reason behind that. In early May, the Defense Minister of India had inaugurated a road built by the Border Road Organization, which connects the Kailash Mansarovar via the Lipulek Pass to the India. The road which is built will help the pilgrimages to for the yatra, for the Kailash Mansarovar yatra, to cut it short to 1 week, where the existing road which were passing through the Nepal and Sikkim were taking 2 to 3 weeks for the whole of the journey. Earlier, the two roads which were through the Sikkim and Nepal, the pilgrimages had to take 80% of land road journey from China, and it was only the 20% of the journey in India for the Kailash Mansarovar Yatra. But the inauguration of this road has significantly changed the ratio, where the journey, uh, where the ratio has been reversed, and now the 84% land road journey will be done in Indian roads, while only the 16% will be through Chinese side. Nepal has raised concern that the new road built by the BRO passes through its territory. However, such concerns were rejected by India. Uh, they, the road which is built is to the west of the river, that is River Kali, which is as per the Treaty of Sogali, falls in the part of Indian territory. The Chief of Army Staff of India had reiterated that India and Nepal share very strong relationships between the countries, and he hinted that the current move of border disputes by the Nepal may be at the behest of the third party, clearly hinting at the neighboring country China. Even in the past, coming to the power, the current Communist Party of Nepal, the Prime Minister, Mr. KP Sharma Oli, had been advocating the nationalism symbols and had been raising the concerns that he will regain the territory as he claimed as claimed by the Mr. PM, encroached by India. Let's check about the historical facts of India and Nepal. The history of India and Nepal starts in 1814 with the Treaty of Sogali. After the Gorkha War, or we call it Anglo-Nepal War, the Gorkha rulers of Nepal had lost the war and signed the Treaty of Sogali with the Britishers in India, the East India Company representing the Britishers. According to treaty, Nepal lost the regions of Kumaon, Garhwal in west and Sikkim in the east. The king of Nepal gave up the claim over the region which fell west of the river Kali, and even the Britishers recognized that Nepal is the kingdom situated east to the river Kali. Then, after the independence of India, the Indo-Nepalese Friendship Treaty was signed in 1950, which laid down the foundation of relationship between two countries. The ruler, the Rana ruler at that time in 1950, and the Indian Prime Minister wanted to establish good relations, as the Rana ruler was feared of the Communist Party in China overthrowing his regime. In 1952, Nepali Citizen Act allowed the Indians to acquire Nepali citizenship with ease. But following the Sino-Indian border war in 1962, the relationship between India and Nepal sought to somewhere, and the Nepali citizenship policy of 1952 changed. Following in the 1969, Nepal challenged the Security Pact and sought withdrawal of Indian checkposts and liaison groups from Nepal. Further, the tension rose in 1970 when Nepal sought changes in trade and transit treaty and criticized the Sikkim's merger with India. Security relationships between India and Nepal were re-established in June 1990 by then Prime Ministers of both the countries. During the December 1991, the two countries signed the Trade and Transit Treaty following the Nepalese PM visit to India. But in 2005, the relationship under the King Gyanendra soured further between the two countries. And further deteriorating in 2008, the Prime Minister Prachanda broke the tradition and visited the China first after swearing in as the Prime Minister of Nepal. After a major earthquake struck Nepal in 2015, India dispatched rescue teams and a relief plane within 6 hours of the devastation, showing the reliability of true friends in the hour of the need. Let's understand what is the significance of India and Nepal as the neighboring countries. India is the largest trade partner of Nepal, accounting over two-thirds of trade of merchandise, which is done with the India by the Nepal, and following the one-third of trade of services between two countries. India is also the largest source of foreign direct investment in Nepal, accounting more than one-third of total FDI in the country. Again, India is the largest route for a landlocked country for providing transit for the almost entire third country trade of Nepal. India provides a significant share of inward remittances on account of pensions, professionals, workers working in India. Nepal sources almost whole of its petroleum supply from India only. According to sources, nearly 8 million Nepalese citizens live and work in India, and about 32,000 Gorkha soldiers from Nepal are serving in the Indian army. Again, India has pledged to construct a 2.33 crore sanitization facility at the Pashupatinath temple, which is also a UNESCO World Heritage Site complex, under the Nepal Bharat Maitri Development Partnership. The Indian Chief of Army Staff is also an honorary general of Nepal Army and vice versa. It shows the ties, the defense ties between the countries. Let's understand how in the recent past, the Nepal has tilted towards the China. With the Communist Party gaining power in Nepal, the China's Communist Party has grown its influence in the landlocked country to a great extent. The China has hugely invested in the country in recent past, helping the landlocked country to build infrastructure, roads, including the road connecting the Kathmandu to the Tibet, and for the transportation of essential goods and petroleum. The China's move of building the roads linking the two countries is to cut short the dependence of Nepal on the India for transportation of its goods and essential commodities. China is also planning to lay a strategic railway network which will again connect the Kathmandu with the Tibet for transportation of goods and passengers. China has also offered Nepal 4 ports for shipment of goods, which the country, the Nepal, was heavily dependent upon India for routing of its trade. Let's understand how the two countries should work for disengagement of border disputes or other disputes between the India and Nepal. Nepal is strategically very important country for India owing to pressure from the uh, Chinese border. Looking at the number of trades, so and transit between two countries, if the relationship further deteriorate between two countries, it will hugely impact both the countries, not only Nepal or India, but both the countries. As we have already seen, India is the largest trade partner of Nepal, and it provides almost two-thirds of merchandise to the Nepal for its total imports. Even if the Nepal consider the option of China as it offered the 4 ports for shipment of its goods for international trades, the nearest port offered by the China to the Nepal is as much as twice the distance as offered by the Indian side, a port of Kolkata for the importation and exportation of the merchandise. Nepal should also understand the predatory strategic investment policies of China, where the China, as a communist country, invests heavily in the other developing countries and for with the motive of building the infrastructure and under providing the heavy loans on with the very high rate of interest. The country fall into the debt trap of China with the inability of repaying the loans and interest on them, and again increasing the grip of China over the country's policies and the leadership. Then finally, the countries like Sri Lanka and Djibouti has fallen prey to the Chinese predatory investment policy and has to lease their ports, strategic ports and the stations and lifeline of metros and railways to the China, which are now the permanent base, military base, and the economic base of the China. India and Nepal should jointly work upon to readdress their issues. And in the recent time, and even if we learn from the past, the dialogue between the two countries are the best way forward to resolve their disputes. So this is the sum up of the India and Nepal relationships. If you have any query about this topic, you may write us in the comment section and also write us an email or visit our website, which is www.skyriseacademy.in, or you may call us on the numbers given at the website. Thank you.